So, using a bit of code that I've given you, we're going to look at how can we actually create if statements. Now, we looked at if statements in year 7. They're also called selection statements. If you remember that one video we watched, and I'll post it on today's PowerPoint, just to give you a bit of a hint. It's the one where the orange has to make the decision whether to use a trampoline to avoid the blender or to walk through, because basically an if statement allows your program to make decisions. So we're going to make a decision as to what color our mouse should be as we draw based upon what button we've pressed. So just like normal, we're going to put our fill above our shape, but we're going to put that fill inside an if statement. So in other words, that fill is only going to work if that if statement is true. So the way it works is you go if, and I'm going to use key code. Key code is a variable that stores whatever's the last button you've pressed. So if you press the up arrow key, it's going to be up. If you press the down arrow key, it's going to be down. So if key code equals up, so in other words, if the last button we press is the same value as up, just like a draw loop, you need to have an open and close brace bracket. Now, so I'm indenting that code. It just makes it really clear what's inside that if statement. So if our last key that we press is up, I'm going to make that ellipse to be red. So I'm going to reset this, and you'll see right now, as I move this around, I've not pressed the up key, and it's red. Or it's not red. If I press that up key, and you have to click on your screen to do that, it goes red. But if I press the left key, it's still red. That's because we've assigned a fill to it, and we haven't actually removed it. So if you want to get a default color before any of your statements, just do another fill. So here, this is the color that will show whenever the if statements are not true. Now we can get away with that instead of got black now. But you can actually see how I switch between the two of them. We can get away with that because in our loop, we're setting the color to black, and then right away, we're potentially resetting that to red. So if the key code is up and only up, so if the last button on our keyboard is up, we get red. If the last button on our keyboard isn't up, we get black. We get a lot more choice for this as well. All we have to do is add in more if statements. So we can say if our key code equals right, so if the last button we've pressed on our keyboard is the same value as the right arrow key, we can change it. So our fill, say maybe we want green this time. And so now there's my red. If I press any key, for example, if I click on my screen and press K, you'll see it goes black. If I go right, it goes green. So you can actually control what color you're drawing at. Now, key code has lots of different things. You're going to want to make sure that you're using the documentation to figure out the special things that you're going to compare it to. So if I go all the way down in our documentation to the mouse, and then the keyboard, you'll find key code. Now in key code, it tells you at the top, these are the special keys that you can actually use. So in your drawing program, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors really easily. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what your drawing program looks like.